This will be an exciting review to make because this anime is the definition of unique. Golden Bird is an anime film released in 1987 by Studio Madhouse, and it adapted the fairy tale of the same name by the Brothers Grimm. I'm a big fan of this fairy tale. It has a lot of symbolism and underlying messages, so when I discovered this anime and knew it is by Madhouse, expectations were high. Were they met? Yes and no. It is different enough to be a standalone anime, but with enough similarities to make some fun comparisons with the original story. The anime story opens with a witch sending her golden bird to collect all the gold in the world. Then we see the same bird stealing the golden apples in the king's castle. He is furious and demands to know the culprit, so he orders his 3 sons to have a night watch at the tree to catch the predator. The 2 oldest fall asleep while their youngest brother Hans doesn't, sees the golden bird and shoots an arrow and only retrieve a feather. The king is astonished by it and commands his children to hunt the golden bird and bring it to him. In their magical adventure, they meet the talking fox Loulou and go through trials and challenges to achieve their goal. This anime is a hidden classic. As a fantasy children's movie, it almost did everything right with a sense of adventure, the wondrous feeling of a fairy tale, a journey with a feel-good payoff. It is all there. Ultimately, this is a story about change, getting out of your comfort zone and experience trials that help you evolve as a human being. The 3 brothers are the embodiment of this idea. The 2 oldest are greed personified, and self-entitlement made them fail whenever they face a test. In the beginning, for example, when they have to watch over the tree, they fall asleep immediately. They overthink about the pleasures of life and it literally tired them out. Hans is the opposite. He is naive and pure, so he can focus on the goal, and thus he did not sleep. He is chill, simple-minded, and relishes the adventure. Yes, Hans is affected by the greed of royal life and got him into trouble eventually, but the difference between him and his brothers is the will to change for the better. So whenever he falls, he rises smarter, more confident, and stronger. The fox Loulou is my favorite character. He wasn't when I read the story, but in the anime, he is fleshed out more, adorable as all hell, and gives the entire narrative a deeper meaning. Thankfully, he did not feel like the annoying exposition plot device, and that could have ruined this anime for me. As for the differences between the anime and the original story, there are a lot, like giving names to the characters. They are nameless in the book, but other than that, I want to talk about 4 major changes. Number 1, the format of the adventure. Initially, all 3 brothers did not set out to go together. It is one after the other. It always starts with the oldest until the youngest. Whenever someone fails, the next one follows. The adventure is a series of challenges set by the fox to reach the destination. The 2 lazy brothers always fail while Hans succeeds. Number 2, missing challenges. In the anime, there is only the night watch of the tree and the golden cage challenge. The golden saddle and other challenges in the story are not present. I wish they were there, as the only negative I have is the length. It is 50 minutes long and I wish it were 30 minutes longer to be in a proper movie length, and adding those other trials would be perfect. Number 3, the witch and the mystery of the fox. The only thing I can safely say that the anime did better than the story. In the book, they don't show the golden bird's owner. The witch is not there, and the only antagonist really were the challenges and the big brothers. So adding a proper villain is a fantastic addition, and it is related to the fox's true identity. Again, in the book, there is no hints at Loulou's original form, so when it happened by the end, it felt like an asshole. I wasn't a fan of it, to be honest, because of the lack of build-up. The anime, however, planted all the seeds necessary to build a decent mystery, and it is related to the witch, so when the revelation unfolds itself, it works as a perfect combination to the story. Number 4, the tone. The book is much darker. You have at one point the brothers attempt to kill Hans to seek the entire glory. The fox demands Hans to chop off his head and legs in order to reveal his true form. Hans refuses at first, but by the end, when going through his growth, he could honor his request. Where in the anime, you only have to defeat the witch. As much as I love the original tone, I'm glad that is not present here because it will not mesh well with the exceptional and breathtaking art and animation. I think this might be one of the most beautiful anime films I've seen in my life. The hand-drawn art is something done by fairies. It is stunning, with literally every frame can be used as a portrait. Watching this anime is like going into a dream world filled with distorted artistic designs that only work in a fairy tale. The colors are nothing short but elegant. The witch's lair, the world, the characters all appear exquisite and memorable. It draws you in the first scene, and it is nothing but captivating until the end credits roll. The character designs are refreshing, and can't help but think of Charlie Brown. This anime is like a high-budget fantasy anime version of Charlie Brown, and how can you hate something as charming as that? The animation is sublime, completely expected from Madhouse, and it gets flawless in the final act. This studio keeps surprising me to this day. Their gem-filled catalog gave me a lot of fond memories. The Golden Bird is one of their masterpieces. The saddest thing about this anime is the lack of home formats. As far as I know, it is stuck on VHS, not even a Laserdisc was released, and it holds back its true visual potential. It is an issue with a lot of older anime. In the West, movies jumped from VHS and Laserdisc to DVD and beyond. With anime, on the other hand, there is a substantial amount that is stuck on analog formats and didn't even get a DVD release, and The Golden Bird is one of them. There is a TV broadcast of the film that is fully remastered in HD that conveys how ravishing this anime looks. So why not a proper modern release? There is nothing like this anime. It is unique in possibly every aspect of it. With all the changes to the core story, does this anime keep the central message and respect the source material? Yes, 100%. Another reminder that Madhouse are the masters of storytelling through a visual presentation. Like the original story's intention, the theme of change and seeing through the mirage of greed is adapted magnificently from text to screen.